Hey YouTube, this is Morgan. I'm coming at you with a good cold crawler tip for basically any crawler. The TRX4 stock does need a little bit of attention with the shocks. Basically, before I take the body all the way off, I'll show you what's going on here. I think there may be some seals that are a little bit too tight. It's going to push them down here, and the shocks aren't compressing. By pushing up, they break free and they're quite loose. But you see, like, the difference here. Just dragging your finger across the top of the body, you know your crawler should move just fine. And this cold crawling tip, basically has to do with your oil and your consistency of your oil. I live in Kalispell, Montana. We don't have much for hobby shops, so I've had a hard time finding exactly what to put in my shocks to be out crawling in the cold. And I was in Harbor Freight and I came across some pneumatic tool oil. Perfect. This stuff is, you can see how liquidy this stuff is. And yeah, you go out crawling and it stays the same consistency. This pneumatic tool oil, it's made to be ran in these tools in the wintertime as well. So I have it in these shocks here, and as soon as I put it in there, man, it buttered them right up. And yeah, as you can see, you can even see the top of the body flexing, and this thing just does not want to flex, and it will break free, and then it becomes quite a little bit easier to move back and forth. But these trucks, they're set up with 3 links, so they don't have any body roll. If you had a Redcat Gen 7, you're worried about body roll. That's something that you might want to worry about. I'm just going to go ahead and take these shocks apart. I'm going to put some of this pneumatic tool fluid in it. I've already loosened up these nuts on the tires. Save a little bit of time. Go ahead and get my magnetic pan here. Go ahead and pull your bottom Allen. Loosen up the top Allen here. I like to spin my Allen wrenches in my fingers like this instead of using a drill. Okay, our shock's free now. Okay, first of all, I'll take off this bottom collar. For whatever reason, it doesn't really want to come off, which, yeah, I'm not going to make it. I don't know why they have those on there so tight. There's the spring. Okay, this collar here is what I've seen in some YouTube videos. It's just on there way too tight. So people just go ahead, put a drop of silicone in there. Don't overdo it. You don't want to get silicone in like your rubberized bushing or anything. Just a drop. And then just go. just put the Loctite in the thread. Yeah, just go barely right before snug, and then it becomes real fluent. This is a stock TRX, and I haven't drove it too many times, but it really seems like it already has some air in the shocks. I'm gonna check this out. I don't know if the stock TRX fluid, oh yeah, it's about half empty already. If the stock TRX fluid is like a little bit thicker, it seems like it's quite a bit thicker than this pneumatic tool fluid for sure, just by looking at it. But I don't know if anyone knows if like the stock TRX comes with, you know, real thin fluid in the shocks, so you can run it in the cold and not have a problem with your shocks freezing up because the fluid won't compress through your cylinder holes. So what I do is I try to stop just, you know, about maybe 2 or 3 millimeters before the top of the shock. I'll just slowly compress up. It looks like I got a little bit too much in. You just want it to be a little bit dished down. Actually, what I'm going to do is just put on the shock and let it spill, just to make sure I don't get any air in there. Oh yeah. Now it's nice and soft and smooth. That's exactly how you want your shocks to be. Okay, another little trick that I like to do is I'll take my cap and I'll put it all the way up to the top. Let me go and get a little bit of toilet paper so I can clean the shock up. Sorry about that, guys. Okay, there we go. I'll just go ahead and add another drop of, whoa, that was way over a drop. All you really need is a drop. Put your shock pushing all the way up to the top. And I'll go ahead and I'll take these TRX shocks. I'll stretch them just a little bit, because stock out of the box, they don't have enough of a stretch or a span to be able to use their full stretch, if you know what I mean. So you actually have to stretch the shock a little bit. You know, it's your personal opinion. I think it needs to be done. You know, don't go wild, but make it so you can use your whole shock. Make it so you can put this all the way to the top. Otherwise, you have some shock there that you're not using, is my opinion. Okay, now we're back together. Oh yeah, that's much better. That's going to be a much happier shock now. But yeah, basically, you know, when you're out cold crawling or even, you know, running in the snow, and you start losing traction because your suspension isn't flexing right, because your oil isn't traveling through your shocks properly. You know, you'll be out crawling and you'll notice that you'll have to like try to go extra slow to wait for your suspension to flex. And man, that's not the way you want it. There's a lot of times you'll get in trouble because you'll want to come back down off of something, and you'll want to go faster than your suspension will be able to flex, and you'll wipe out because of it. See how I just twist it in there like that? I don't have to grab my drill. Okay. There's one side. So you can already probably notice that one side is just amazingly soft. And then this one. Yeah, out of the box, that lower sill is like completely seized up at the top stroke on these shocks. You see that? Nice and soft and gushy. Completely seized up. That's amazing. Well, I've decided to save you guys the pain of watching me change the fluid in those other 3 shocks. It would have been a really long video. But yeah, this pneumatic fluid really ended up working out. It's nice and smooth and jelly now, just like my other rig. And I think it's going to be perfect for some cold crawling now. The suspension is just, there's, yeah, 100% difference. So if this tip helped you out, go ahead and subscribe, give me a thumbs up. Thank you for watching. Have a good night.